The secret receipts that wrecked my arrogant in-laws' perfect engagement. My sister-in-law, Chloe, spent 3 years treating me like a charity case because I grew up in a trailer park. She'd constantly make little digs at Sunday dinner, asking if I knew which fork to use, or loudly wondering how I managed to snag her successful brother, Mark. The truth? Cole wasn't just being a snob, she was hiding something. See, before I ever met Mark, Chloe and I worked at the same marketing firm. She was my supervisor, and she was obsessed with me, not in a let's be friends way, but in a I want to be you way. She'd send me late-night emails asking where I bought my clothes, then show up on Monday wearing the exact same outfit. It got creepy. I eventually quit, moved to a better firm, and met Mark through a mutual friend. When Chloe realized her brother was dating the girl who got away from her shadow, she flipped the script. She couldn't admit she was jealous, so she decided I was beneath their family's status. The breaking point happened last Saturday at her fancy engagement party. Chloe stood up, clinked her champagne glass, and looked right at me. She said, "I'm just so happy to be marrying someone with real heritage. It's important to keep the family line refined." The room went dead silent. Mark started to stand up, but I just smiled and pulled out my phone. I didn't say a word. I just airdropped a folder to every single person in that room. It contained 3 years of archived emails. Emails where Chloe begged me to go on girls' trips she'd pay for. Emails where she told me she hated her stuck-up family. And one very specific message where she said, "Mark is such a loser, you're way too good for him." I watched the color drain from her face as 30 iPhones chimed at once. Her fiancé, a guy who actually is from a refined family, read the part about Mark being a loser and just walked out. Chloe spent 3 years calling me trash. Now, she's the one picking up the pieces of a canceled wedding. Turns out class isn't about where you started. It's about not being a snake when you reach the top.